Cautiously optimistic. Very excited. I think we do have enough returning experience back to where we got guys that's been in the fire. But and also there's going to be people say we have a lot of unproven guys too, which is true. But I love them, man. I think we got enough to have a handful and have a chance to have a really solid staff that keeps us in a lot of ball games. They got to go do it. So it's coming up. We look forward to that opportunity.
Who's made the hugest strides this offseason, Coach?
Man, there's too many to probably name. To say a few, I feel like Tyler Stewart's really taken a huge leap to where he was last year to this point. Going to see him a lot. Chandler Best has really had a great fall for us and continued in the spring. And I could go on and on. I'm trying to think. Tanner Hall looks like a different guy. Kind of picked up where he left off last year in the regional, and has had a great fall and spring. And Hurston Waldrop, has continued to develop and so forth. But honestly, most of them have. It's really become a staff that seems like they're feeding off each other, and know they have to work and improve to be able to stay above the pitch.
Coach, with Ott gone, can you kind of talk about what you're seeing on the back end for your guys?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of options on the back end. Garrett Ramsey, we all seen what he can do, and if he's consistent in the zone from outing to outing, he's as good as you can ask for. Chandler Best has really settled into that role too as a back end guy. So I think you got a right-handed, left-handed option right there. The young man you just talked to, Dustin, he's been throwing his pins and stuff, and I know he's kind of that insurance factor on the back end if you need him, like maybe on a Sunday and so forth. But I can only start one guy at a time, 3 guys per weekend. So those guys that might not be starting at that time, I think you'll see them coming out of the pen some too on those weekends and so forth as well.
Hunter Riggins has been a name that we've heard a few times. What can you tell us about him? Obviously, we haven't seen him play. What does he kind of bring to the table?
Hunter brings kind of what we hoped he would when we pursued him. Just experience, kind of the oak tree, kind of like a Walker Powell, to be honest with you. I'm not saying he is Walker Powell, but it reminds me of it a lot just in the stuff, the 4-pitch mix, strike thrower. I know what I'm going to get. Not going to get too high, too low with anything, and just he knows who he is and stuff. So he's been a very steady, maybe a calming factor because we have some younger guys or unproven guys that are going to be in this rotation and stuff. To have a guy like him out there that's kind of been in that fire, kind of goes a long way.
Tell us about Ben Etheridge. Obviously, he had a stellar season, but what is it that you think is going to be the biggest challenge for him this year, and where do you feel like he's maybe taken a step forward already in his development?
Well, I think Ben's evolving. Last year, truthfully, was his first year. 20, the COVID year, I think he had 15 innings, something like that, and was kind of on his way showing glimpses. But last year was his first year. Through 75, 80 innings, there was a fatigue factor that got there towards the end, which is real. You got to learn that and figure that out. He learned from that. Went off this summer pitching the Cape, and I thought that was a tremendous experience for him. It's where the best of the best go, and was around a lot of good guys. I think maybe picked up a few things here and there that might have helped him. But to me, Ben's exactly where he should be. His involvement. It's not fair sometimes to think everything's got to be all right there in that first year or second year and so forth. I think it's a steady involvement, and I think he's showing that. So I know what I'm going to get. I think we all do, and he's not going to be perfect, and just like none of them are, but I know he's going to be steady and reliable, and that's really all you can ask for.
What do you think the most reliable factor will be for winning games this season?
The reliable what?
Like a reliable factor, like?
Well, for me, I'm going to say throwing strikes and not walking guys, making them beat you, with the bat. I preach that all the time, and that's always going to be until the day I'm done coaching. What I scream to them is, let's make them beat you with the bat, throw it over the plate, and I think if you do that, other things come that's going to help you win games as well. But I feel very solid with our defensive play. I think we have one of the best defensive infields in the conference, if not the best. So I think if we put it over the plate, let them hit it on the ground, we make the plays, we're going to be just fine.